Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt, also known as the Ammo Nerd, and we've got an ammunition review today with one of my favorite calibers, 223 Remington, or 5.56 NATO, or 5.56 by 45 millimeters. This is from Sig Sauer. This is their Sig Elite 77 grain OTM round, very similar to what you would see from our IMI Razor Core or our Black Hills Mark 262 Mod 1. In full transparency, a very good follower, R.A.N.G.E, donated 100 rounds of this to test with no strings attached. Let's throw this guy on the table and talk about what we're going to do today. Since 5.56 is very popular, I have a wide variety of barrel lengths from 7.5 inches all the way up to and including 22. We're going to collect our general velocity figures across those different barrel lengths with our ProChronoPal Digital DLX. It's around 50 degrees outside today. After we've done that, we're going to step back to 100 and 200 yards to attempt a practical accuracy test to see what this is capable of precision-wise. We will run some of those other competitors with this along the way so that we have a good baseline for, you know, what to expect velocity-wise with our Black Hills. We've tested that in the past. That has been the hottest 77 grain OTM that I've tested to date, and it's also been one of the most accurate or most precise when shooting for groups. The IMI has been placed probably around second place. It's very capable as well, good velocity. And we've also tested like the AAC and a few other brands. This particular bullet, the 77 grain OTM with the Canalure, is known for being a very good accurate round. We'll start with our shortest barrel length. This is our 7.5 inch SBR. A lot of Palmetto State Armory builds. Now onto our 10.5 inch SBR, another PSA build. We have the Q, literally the best trigger ever made in here. It's a 2-stage. Not sure if I like it. I don't like the soft reset on it. Nice. Not detecting any muzzle flash off this so far. Now on to our 14.5 inch. This upper is from Pro 2A Tactical. And now for our 16 inch, this is our Springfield Helen. It is a Bullpup. Very nice little package. Nice. One thing I will say about this Bullpup is it probably does have the worst trigger to date that I've messed with in a Bullpup. And now our 20-inch upper. This is a PSA FN double chrome line premium upper, 1-in-7 twist. Velocities are looking a little on the slow side, guys. The box does claim 2750 feet per second, but I think that might be out of a 24-inch barrel because that's usually how they rate 223 Remington. Let's see what the 22-inch gives us. And now for Mr. Armor Slayer, this is our 22-inch TC Compass. This is a 1-in-9 twist barrel. This is also what I usually use for our accuracy portion and seem to get pretty good results out of it. given that our SIG 77 grain has some competition from Black Hills and IMI, I took some shots here at 200 and 100 yards with our TC Compass 22-inch barrel. We threw the JK Armament rifle kit on there. That particular baffle design and how I've clipped them tends to tighten up my groups. We're in a lead sled. It's about 55 degrees outside today, minimal to no wind. So our very first group was 1.081 inches at 200 yards. Very impressive. Our second group opened up 2.379 inches. I wonder if this is the one that I pulled. Otherwise, this seems to look fairly consistent. Then we took a group with our Black Hills, 2.984 inches. Could be that I'm a little bit rusty, or maybe I cleaned that barrel and it just needs to get a little bit dirty. We did our IMI at 200, 1.392 inches. What's going to be very impressive is we moved up to 100 yards. Our groups tightened up, of course. We had three of them very close to each other, and then we had one little walker there, but 1.061 inches, 1.060 inches. But our best group so far from the SIG 0.563, that is a 5-shot group at 100 yards. I may go take one more group just to make sure because I have enough left. But I would say that's fairly consistent with our other 77 grain OTM. Now, we are a little shy of what the velocity of our Black Hills and IMI is capable of, though. But downright impressive. Well, folks, there you have it, another solid 77 grain OTM load. It certainly wasn't the most speedy in terms of all-out velocity compared to, say, our Black Hills Mark 262 Mod 1, but we had better than average velocity and we had acceptable precision, again, at least in my skill set. I'm sure I'll get asked in the comments below about running this in ballistics gel, and frankly, I don't have any extra gel blocks to do so right now. And the performance of this particular bullet is well documented across the internet. The 77 grain OTM can be very inconsistent at times with providing us with a short neck and good terminal effect. That's why I tend to recommend our TAP T2 or our Spear Gold Dot when looking for a self-defense load in 5.56. With all that being said, it's time for me to get the heck out of here. But at the end of all my videos, I take a moment to thank all those who help make these possible, because there's a lot that goes into them. Number one is my Patreon subscribe star and YouTube channel memberships. I have a link tree in the description below, like various other content creators, different ways to support me or contact me if you have any questions. Number two is R.A.N.G.E. Again, in full transparency, sent us some of that ammunition to demo and test with no strings attached. And of course, number three is you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range.